I mean business this time. I printed a list. Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video we are going to be recapping all the news that we got from Gamescom. And as you saw in the intro, I actually printed a list so I didn't get lost, because I got some stuff I'm going to be editing in as picture aids along with my audio. So you'll see some pictures over in this corner right around here. It'll cover up like Saturn right here. That's what it'll cover up, and Lobstar, and you get the point. It's going to cover this part of the screen. So, yeah, I've just kind of organized a little bit of a list of, just briefly what we've seen. So, I'm going to go over figures first, and show their figure forms up in that corner. So, first up, we've seen Mysticat. Mysticat, after all, it looks a lot different than I think a lot of us were expecting. I think a lot of us were expecting maybe more like, Scratch, like low to the ground bipedal type thing. I know she's not technically completely a cat. She's like partly a griffin type thing, but you get the point. I think a lot of us were expecting low to the ground, but after all, it's like a centaur, but a cat, not a horse and a human. So it's like a, weird, different thing, different than what we expected, but still, a lot of people are definitely loving Mysticat, and I am definitely one of those. Out of what we saw, Mysticat is definitely my second favorite character. We also saw Aurora. So Aurora is, of course, of the light element, was actually leaked in that one, that one press conference a while back where we got to see, this unknown swashbuckler, and then we finally learned, it was Aurora, and we got to see her figure, and we also got to see some artwork of her, and I'll show that in a minute, but Aurora is up there. I'm kind of liking her. Her figure does look a bit awkward because her head, she's like, her body is positioned this way, and then her head is turned 90 degrees, and her feet are like, so she's like, I don't know, it just looks a bit awkward to me. But I think overall the figure does look pretty good, and I am pretty excited to be getting Aurora. Next up we have Starcast. Starcast, favorite character that was showcased thus far. Might possibly be one of my all-time favorites from all 6 games, honestly. Starcast looks absolutely amazing. Just loving that overall 4-armed look with the ninja stars and everything. Oh man, I love Starcast. It also looks like a very quality dark character that we'll be getting, and I'm really liking that they are putting a lot of effort into these light and dark Skylanders, and seriously, Starcast, one of my most favorite characters of all time, honestly. We also got Flarewolf. Flarewolf, also a very awesome looking character. Probably my third favorite out of what we saw. So that's my top 3. Starcast, followed by Mysticat, followed by Flarewolf. Flarewolf looks amazing. Cannot wait to try Flarewolf out. And he looks kind of like a cross between, he looks halfway cute and halfway awesome. So very excited to get Flarewolf. Hope he comes out early-ish, although I'm really not expecting him to. Probably like a Wave 4 character, or Wave 3. So definitely not at launch, but probably Wave 3 or Wave 4. I don't see him coming out last, but I'll do a wave prediction video later, but this is just kind of some initial stuff. But Flarewolf looking pretty awesome. Also, we have Airstrike. We don't have a standalone image of Airstrike to my knowledge, so gonna have to wait on that. But Airstrike is looking pretty awesome. Definitely, I think, a lot different than what everybody imagined, especially since he's, so tiny, chopscotch sized. I'm really kind of liking that they are throwing this variety in there. One thing that kind of got me was these characters look big enough to be giants. Why are we making characters big enough to be giants? But when we start throwing in this variety in there with little bitty chopscotch and then big old, like, golden queen pronounced figure, very tall, I really like the variety this year. And even though you're technically paying the same for less plastic with chopscotch, still a very amazing character. But anyways, the point is, Airstrike, same concept. Loving this small figure with a big bird. The bird is like the size of Airstrike, essentially, and that's just a cool concept in and of itself, that he's got a companion like that. That's not really a thing that's really been done before in Skylanders, so I'm really liking that. I mean, we've had Sonic Boom before, but those were itty-bitty things, and there was only 1 or 2 little ones on her, and Double Trouble, that is true. We've also had Double Trouble, so this is only the 3rd time that I'm aware of. I may be forgetting something here, so don't hold me to this, but to my knowledge, this is only the 3rd time that a companion figure has actually been showcased on the main figures pedestal. So I'm really loving Airstrike and Airstrike's birds. So very hyped for that. We got the Unknown Water Skylander. So we saw her in the trailer when the game first was announced, and we also got to see her figure in a brand new trailer. Still surprised we have not actually learned her name yet, but she is looking awesome, more awesome every time I see her. This is only the second time we've seen her, and she looks even more awesome than she did the first time we saw her. So yeah, she looks pretty dang awesome. Can't wait to get my hands on her. She's going to be, I mean, she's probably also going to be a late release character, but I am very excited to actually see some gameplay of her, because I'm really curious. I want to see how these quick shots play, and I think that she's going to be a very interesting character, and I, like I said, can't wait to see what she's like. We've also got Pinata. So Pinata is a character that we've known about basically since the game was announced. We've had teasers of Pinata, but never actually anything for real, but we finally actually got to see his figure, which does confirm Pinata as a Skylander villain sensei thingy. So yeah, not much more to say about Pinata because it's pretty much what we had already expected, but still looking pretty awesome. We also got Boom Bloom. So we don't have a very high quality version of Boom Bloom yet, but we could see her in the very back of that trailer. From what we saw, Boom Bloom looks pretty cool, and we know she's a ninja now. That is one thing that we know, thanks to Skylanders Boy and Girl, so she's a ninja, so that's cleared up now. Overall, can't wait to just see her figure and her gameplay. Really curious how she's going to play. My prediction right now for her is Wave 5 character. These characters that we don't see until the very end, probably Wave 4, Wave 5. Although for her, I would be inclined to think Wave 5, honestly, for her. But like I said, that's coming later. So yeah, that's pretty much all the figures that we saw, although that was quite a few. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brand new figures out of 32. I'm not counting Cortex and Chaos because we had seen them a couple days before Gamescom, but still, you know, 8 characters that we had never seen, or 8 figures that we had never ever seen before. So for artwork, we've got quite a few things for artwork. I'll just buzz through them really quick. We've got Cortex, we've got Hoodsickle's official artwork, we've got Starcast's official artwork, we've got Crankcase's official artwork, we've got Aurora's official artwork, we've got Barbella's official artwork. And something that we can learn from that is that she's actually crystalline, or crystalline, however you want to say it. She's translucent, partially. She's like a gemstone. I think a lot of people didn't like that she looked very humanoid with her, like, orangey skin. Has that very Trumpish complexion, you could say, to her skin. But, you know, she was, you know, she's now crystalline, and that does, I think, for a lot of us, I think that, you know, helped us, you know, accepting her being more humanoid looking when she's got that crystal skin. Obviously not a human, makes it a little bit more Skylandery when you've got a crystal skin color. So we've also got Taekwon Crow's official artwork, looking pretty awesome if you ask me. So we got some other new stuff. We've got Chompy Mage in the game as a bazooker. That was pretty awesome to find out. We still don't have a toy form look. Well, we have a very, very tiny blurry version of him on the full poster, which I'll get to in a minute. But we do actually have official gameplay images of Chompy Mage. Looks pretty cool if you ask me. We've also got multiple creation crystals confirmed. This is something that we had theorized for a long time because we had seen various creation crystals at various events and in various packages. So did confirm at this event that we have multiple creation crystals because we saw that in the triple packs, the double packs, the single packs, it's all different creation crystals. So that was confirmed. Also have, unfortunately, no new portal confirmed. That was speculated, and I had honestly not really expected a new portal at this point. You know, earlier I was expecting a new portal, but as it rolled around closer and closer, I just kind of figured, yeah, probably not. That's unfortunate, but, you know, the Swamp Force portal is better than the Superchargers portal. I think everyone can agree about that. I think even Activision agrees about that. Although the one thing that I am curious about is why we have the Superchargers portal on the display. So in this in-store displays, which there was one at Gamescom, there was a Superchargers portal, but in the box you're getting a Swap Force portal. I've heard a rumor that the Americas will get a Swap Force portal, and Europe and Australia and other like other countries, like I guess, I don't know if Asia still gets them, and you get the point. The rest of the world would get a Superchargers portal, so I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe they just had some extra Superchargers portals lying around. There are some rumors that the new Superchargers portal that comes with this new game will not have the trap slot, so I guess it's just going to be a to be confirmed, to be continued type of thing. as to what portal we are going to get. I wish it had been the Traptanium portal, to be completely honest, because that's my favorite portal of all time. But anyways, the point is, no new portal, unfortunately. Also have no online PvP confirmed. This was confirmed in, I believe it was one of Quinop TV's videos. He did confirm no online PvP, and that is very unfortunate. But when he asked about local PvP, they said, we're not talking about that yet. So that could mean yes, that could mean no. They did say we're not talking about that yet for online PvP, so do not expect 100% confirmed online or PvP locally. Just know 100% not online PvP, as sad as that makes me. We also got to see the packaging for real. We did get to see that for Chaos, but I had personally thought that that was going to be Chaos exclusive packaging, but it was confirmed to be the actual packaging, very reminiscent of Eon's Elites, which, by the way, we did not see at Gamescom, and so this was where they got confirmed last year. They didn't get confirmed there this year, so I would say the odds of the Eon's Elites coming back this year, very, very low. Also, given the fact that they used kind of their packaging idea, also kind of makes me think probably not. We also got treasure chests confirmed. So, we have, as of right now, we have what I believe to be 4 treasure chests confirmed. A bronze, a silver, a gold, and a red. So, in a picture that Portal Master Evan posted, we could see a bronze, a silver, and a red one. But in this picture, we can see a bronze, silver, and gold treasure chest. Now, the gold treasure chest, I believe, is what comes in the Dark Starter Pack. And the mystery chest that's being sold on day 1 will probably be the bronze chest, which leads me to believe that we will see a individual release of the silver chest and the red chest. Now, that could just be an error on my part for seeing it like that, or I don't really know, but I do believe that we have 4 confirmed treasure chests rather than 3, but we will see, and we know what they do. They unlock parts in the game, although there are still some questions about that. We also got to see a bunch of gameplay. I won't show that here. If you want to see some of this stuff, like the gameplay, for instance, in more detail, I do highly recommend checking out my other Gamescom videos, because I go more in depth on those videos, and you can go see my gameplay, and I posted that only a couple of days ago. We also got a bunch of new backstories. Not a bunch. I mean, we got 5. You know, that's considerable. Also have a video on that where I go and read them. So if you want to see those, you can go check them out. Also have an Airstrike adventure pack that was confirmed. That is where we saw Airstrike, and that will actually be out on day 1. That is pretty awesome, if you ask me. So it's going to be Airstrike, an Earth Creation Crystal, and an adventure piece, and I believe it's called the Griffin Park Observatory or something along those lines. Something about the Griffin Park something. So you can see an image of that up there, and I've also got a video about that. And finally, we have a Crash and Cortex adventure pack that was confirmed. It's going to come with Crash and Cortex, and it's either going to come with an adventure piece or it's not going to come with an adventure piece. We do not have that confirmed yet, but it is going to be releasing holiday 2016. And I actually saw a more specific date. I don't know if it's true, but I did see 11/30, so November the 30th. Don't know if that's the truth, but that is definitely what I heard. That sounds like it could be a placeholder. It may not be a placeholder, so we'll just have to see. But we also got the full poster. That is the other thing that I came back to, like I said. So we got the full poster, and we could see on there a couple of things. We could see Blastertron, not Luminous, was the light villain, and we could get our first look at a couple of other characters that we had only seen just teased before. And we also found out that the guy that we all thought was a dark bowslinger is actually a tech bowslinger. I thought magic, but it's clearly a robotic guy, so it's clearly tech. The guy that we thought was light is also magic. That was confirmed, or not confirmed, but that was heavily implied through the poster and some other stuff. So yeah, we also got a couple blurry images of a couple other things, but I won't really go into that. You can go check out my other videos if you want to see those in detail. But yeah, that was pretty much all of the Gamescom coverage all the Gamescom news so far, because there may be a couple new things that come out over the next little bit, but I do think that that is all that we are going to get. But hey, you never know. So yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed this video and Gamescom. So let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite new thing from Gamescom? I know mine was definitely getting to see all the new figures, especially like Starcast and Flare Wolf and Mysticat. That was definitely the highlight of the event for me. So yeah, this has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my social media down in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!